Hey everybody. I didn't realize I was filming. You caught me eating a White Castle double cheeseburger. Well, welcome to SzanyMan Monday. First episode of season 4. And I'm gonna sit back and enjoy it while eating this burger. Why don't you join me?
And we're recording. Yay!
Hello. How you doing, Jason Soto?
I'm doing wonderful, billszany.
Very good, sir. Just a little quick background for everybody real quick. This is my 18th SzanyMan Monday. This is the long awaited season 3. And you are my guest, and you were my last guest the last time I had a guest.
Was I? I don't remember that far back.
That was back in 2008, I believe.
That could be right.
So, I imagine you're up to something a little different since the last time we spoke on my show here.
No.
No?
I'm
Wow.
I can't think of anything I've done differently.
Since 2008?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
I still work at McDonald's. Still live in a basement. Wow. Still live in a basement. Yeah. No.
So you're still in Northwest Indiana then?
I'm still, yep. Still up by Lake Michigan.
You've been playing a cruel joke on me for many years.
A very detailed joke, yes. That spanned 11 years.
That's messed up.
I'm about to take down this green screen now. Oh, look, I'm actually in the basement. See? No. Did you hear my grandma's dog barking upstairs?
I do. I know, well, for several reasons, I know you have a show called Whatever with Jason Soto.
Yes, that is definitely a new thing, yes.
One of those reasons being I was a guest on it back in January. Yeah.
It was the first time I did a on the road episode, and you were the guest on that one. So yes.
Thank you again for having me.
Thanks for being on. That was a lot of fun.
Look, that was a fun.
We talked about basically just our friendship for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
it was basically all we did.
Hanging out. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was just like a show of us, of our normal hanging out.
Yeah, except it was just talking about stuff we already knew. It's not like we did anything educational, or I was like, hey, let's talk about pop culture. It was just like 2 hours of just be like, remember that one time we went to a concert in Chicago? We both were there, and you clearly remembered it. Hey, remember that? Basically, it's the equivalent of what we're going to be doing when we're 80 in the old folks' home. We're going to be next to each other, and we're going to be like, you remember going to a concert? You'd be like, no, I don't either.
Do you remember when I was on your show and you were on mine and we talked about remembering things like concerts?
And then I'd be like, which one? There was like 90 of those shows.
Then I'll be like, what shows? Even though I brought it up to begin with.
Exactly.
I hate to interrupt, but I'm having technical difficulties here.
Oh. Okay.
Because this isn't plugged in, but it's really just for show. So I just gave away the secret.
Oh, well. All right.
That was just for effect.
Oh, okay. Well.
Now everybody knows.
So.
As long as I don't let everyone know there's no coffee in here. Oh, shoot.
And
so
I'm not drinking Coke right now.
You totally ruined something I had planned now.
I already told you I had a green screen behind here, so.
Man. Oh, that's how you make it look like you're in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And you're really still in Northwest
I'm still in my
Indiana.
grandma's basement, yep.
That's awesome.
You know what? I need to clarify that statement. That sounds like it was a sad thing that I was in my grandma's basement. It wasn't like I was forced to live there, or I was like so like down on my luck that I had to live in my grandma's basement. It was like a thing that I chose to do to help out my grandma, and the most space that she had in her house was the basement, so I opted to stay down there. I just wanted to clarify that to anybody listening right now.
I was going to say, I'm guessing you're doing that for people watching, because I know.
Yeah, I am, because they're going to be like,
you don't have to tell me.
This dude lived in his grandma's basement. Jesus, what a loser. Man, I'm sorry for that guy. Like, no,
but I was totally trying to. Well, now, yeah, I think you cleared that up good now.
Okay,
but
good.
I was trying to do like a Pepsi advertisement, and you ruined it before I could with your Coke.
Oh.
So now we got like, we're gonna have like Pepsi sending me stuff and Coke sending you stuff.
I'm down for that. Yeah. Hey, look, caffeine-free Coca-Cola, 0 sugar. It's awesome. Now the screen just freezes on this image, and this is what you see the entire rest of the video.
Maybe if I mention, like, if I say I'm a juggalo, I'll get some free Faygo. Wait, are you frozen?
Anyway, that's what life is all about.
Very true.
I hope you heard that very deep story I just told for the past 2 minutes.
I did not, but as long as the people at home heard it, that's all that counts. So back to whatever, and I don't mean whatever. I mean,
yeah, like what were we talking about?
Your podcast, whatever.
Oh, he's on second. He's on second, I think.
Oh.
I think whatever is on second. That's on third. Podcast is a shortstop.
Huh?
No, I think Huh's on first.
Oh.
No, Us the coach.
Ah.
Doesn't even play baseball. He plays basketball. Get it straight.
Don't.
There you go. That's the name of the team. Okay, you want to do a serious interview. All right, fine. Yes, I have a podcast. It's called Whatever with Jason Soto. It's a comedy podcast that's very much as funny as this that's happening right now.
Oh, I'd say funnier.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Because this is depressing right now. No. You're welcome. No, this is...
You know, I'm not even going to touch that one.
No, this is good.
Anyway. Yes.
Not anyway, whatever. I don't want to hear about it anyway. You don't even host that.
I have a podcast. It's called Whatever with Jason Soto. I co-host it with my friend Mary, and we just talk about literally whatever.
And you just put an episode up, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday, right?
They go out to everybody on Mondays, which this is going out on a Monday, so there is an episode out as people are watching this, which is weird with the whole recording because we're not recording this on a Monday, but you're seeing this on a Monday. So if right now you go search for the podcast, there's a new episode out. But I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/whatever with Jason Soto. You can hear a brand spanking new episode like 5 days in advance, a whole 5 days early before anybody else does. You get to pay $5. You get to hear a new episode the day after we record it, and then you get a jump on everybody else.
Nice.
And I can't think of a better reason why you shouldn't pay for it, because you get to hear stuff early. So you get to be in on the jokes, on the goofs, on the laughs, and all that good stuff.
And bloopers.
And bloopers. And practical jokes.
Not impractical jokers.
No.
Okay.
But the practical joke that I'm pulling on you right now, that this is a green screen behind me, and I'm actually in Gary, Indiana right now.
Yeah. Well, I got you good with that headset.
Headset?
The headset I was wearing earlier.
Oh.
That was plugged in.
Oh, okay.
And I think I still got you convinced I have coffee in my coffee mug.
But is there Pepsi in the Pepsi can?
But Thanos made it disappear. Good question.
Because I don't believe there's Pepsi in the Pepsi can.
Well, regardless, even if there wasn't, I obviously drank some Pepsi for there to be a can, right? Most likely.
No, you could have found the can outside and just bought it in and be like, hey, I got a Pepsi can. Anyone can do that. I can go outside right now, go into like the yard, and there'd be like a Miller Lite can right there and bring it in and be like, hey, look, Miller Lite.
Pepsi, Coke, Pepsi, Miller Lite, Pepsi, Coke, Miller Lite, Coke.
Is
Pepsi.
This the only say brands challenge now? Or is that what we're doing?
I figure the more we mention, the more likely some type of advertisement or free product. Pepsi, Miller Lite, Coke.
PlayStation 4, Xbox, Samsung 40-inch television.
Ferrari, Porsche, limousine.
Ooh, can I work with celebrities? Megan Fox. Anna Kendrick.
You said Jamie Foxx.
What?
You say Jamie Foxx?
No. Not even close. I said Megan Fox.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot.
Charlize Theron.
I'm
hoping if I say one of those celebrity names, they'll like show up, and that'd be awesome.
Drew Barrymore.
1999 Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Well, any year from then on.
I guess. I prefer 1999 Drew Barrymore, but that's just me.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, Wedding Singer Drew Barrymore for sure.
All right, that was 97. That's close enough. I'll take that.
And 50 First Dates Drew Barrymore.
That was 2003? 3 or 4.
Not too far off.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Drew, basically, Drew Barrymore in any Adam Sandler project.
Oh, she was actually pretty hot in that Ever After movie too, so I wouldn't mind that as well.
Oh yeah. Never Been Kissed.
That was I think that was 99 as well.
Donnie Darko.
2001. You should start naming movies and I just tell you what year they came out in.
I noticed that. That's crazy. We should make this a segment.
Try it. Name a movie. See if I can guess what year it came out.
E.T.
E.T. 1980. That was the reason why PG. 83. 83 or 84. It's one of those two. I don't think it's 82. I don't think it's 82 because Temple of Doom was a year before, I thought. And Harrison Ford had the part of the prince or the teacher. And that's why he had the cameo in E.T. 82. Okay, see, I wasn't that far off.
Braveheart.
Braveheart. That was 90. Braveheart was 90. See, you're obsessed with that movie. We were in high school. 95. Yep. 95.
95. All right.
Yep.
Want to try one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right. Inglourious Bastards.
Ooh, okay. Glorious Bastards. That was Quentin Tarantino's movie, I think, after Kill Bill. Because it was Kill Bill, second Kill Bill. And then I think he did that next. Yeah. So Kill Bill was 2007. 2009. Damn, off by 2 years. All right.
Oh, I was going to look at the DVD.
But see, I'm always so here's the thing. I can get it within a margin of 2 years. I'm not ever like off further than that.
Yeah. So I mean that's still very impressive.
Thank you. It's a kind of a it's kind of like a part of the trick I got that you'll have to have like Google in your hand to prove that I did it right, but but I could do this all day, honestly. I could try to think of when movies came out because I'm very good at that. Now, probably I couldn't do anything older than like 75, maybe. Like anything older than that, I'd probably have a hard time. So if you ask me when, like, I don't know, The Man Who Knew Too Much came out, I probably wouldn't remember. Although that's probably 45?
I'm thinking of a totally different movie because I was thinking the 80s.
See, I was off of that one. See, The Man Who Knew Too Much came out in 56, so I'm not too good on the older movies. I has to be like 75 and newer.
I was thinking of The Man Who Knew Too Little. Is that like a spoof of it?
No, that's a Bill Murray movie that came out.
Right.
Let's see. That came out in 93.
That's not related at all?
No, it's just like a goofy 97? That came out in 97? I don't remember that coming out in 97. I swear that was early 90s. I swear that came out like right around What About Bob? Because What About Bob was like 92. And I swear that was his next
it was
movie.
like the 80s, like late 80s or something.
No, it was the 90s, but I didn't remember it being 97. That's weird.
Wow.
All right, so that's my one off there. That's strange. I don't know. Anyway, The Man Who Knew Too Little is kind of like it's not a spoof movie. It's just a dumb spy comedy with Bill Murray, and it's just a play on the Man Who Knew Too Much. That's all it is.
I was
It's not
saying
a
the
yeah. It's
title's
not
gotta
a
be a
no. It's not a
spoof,
spoof. It's just a dumb comedy movie.
but the title is a play on it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, that's my little part of the trick.
Well, that was cool. We should make that a segment, at least
Okay.
every once in a while or something.
Sure, absolutely. I like being put to the test.
Well, apparently though, we're like unintentional rivals because
Okay.
I didn't realize that you were posting every Monday, and then I'm bringing back SzanyMan Monday, so we're
it really don't matter. I mean, it's not like only one show in the history of the universe can be uploaded on a Monday.
True.
Like, multiple things can be uploaded on the same day, and it's not like people only can listen to it in like a 3-hour window, and then that's it. You can't hear it no more. Like it's out there forever. So, whatever.
Right. Well, speaking of whatever, did you have any more you wanted to tell us about whatever?
About what the podcast, told you what the podcast was. My co-host Mary. I got the Patreon. Yeah, well, I mean, like anything specific you want me to talk about?
What'd you say were the different? How do you become a Patreon again?
So you go to patreon.com/whatever with Jason Soto. There's 2 tiers. There's a $5 tier and a $10 tier. Both tiers, you get to hear a brand new episode about 5 days in advance before everyone else does. The $10 one also gets you a bonus segment that Mary and I record after the show where we're just ranting about some random thing for like 10 minutes. And then that's only for the $10 tier Patreon members. And it's no longer than 10 minutes, and it's actually pretty funny because we complain about stupid shit that like is not worth getting mad about, but we get mad about it anyway.
Okay.
So
there's that. Like, for example?
Well, I don't want to give anything super away, but this last one we did, I talked about people, and I admitted that this was probably a weird thing to be mad about because it makes me come off as a jealous person. But I think it's weird when people immediately end one relationship and then they start another one, like not even like a week after they ended the old relationship. And I've known several people who've done that, and that always weirds me out because I don't know if it's just because I've gone several months in between relationships or if like, but I think like, I'm basically doing my rant, so fuck it, I guess you're getting it for free. So basically I think like you should have like a little gap between relationships. You should be able to be like, okay, I just got off that relationship, let me kind of wind down, let me find myself, let me go experience things on my own a little bit here, kind of go through some freedom, and then when I'm ready I'll go back to dating. But no, there's these like fucking people who are like, oh, well, I just ended that relationship, I was married to this guy for like 50 years, I'm gonna divorce him. Hey, new guy, let's go start dating immediately and I'm gonna move in with you like a week later. And it's like, why? Like I don't get people who do that. There you go. You got a free one. You got a free rant. That's one of the rants that we do. That's what it sounds like.
Thank you. I didn't mean for you to give one of your rants away for free.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
fine. I just didn't know where to stop it because I didn't know where the stopping point should have been, so I had to explain the whole thing. But there's other ones we've done. I did one about geese. I'll leave that one to you to figure that out. I complained about geese. I
Geese.
complained about.
I thought you said geeks at first.
No, geese.
I like geeks.
No, geese.
Okay.
I did one about people in movie theaters. That was an interesting one.
Nice.
Back when we used to go to movie theaters.
Now, real quick.
Yes.
Do you want to make a bet if there's really Pepsi or not?
Are you willing to make a mess and spill stuff all over your equipment just to make me lose money?
Maybe.
Okay. Fuck it. No, there's no Pepsi in there. I think you're pouring it into your coffee mug, but okay. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool me.
Damn it, it's all ruined.
I know you. I know you wouldn't intentionally make a mess like that. That's the one thing I know about you. So it's like I was willing to be wrong just to see if you would actually do it.
I would enjoy that about as much as Tom Green enjoyed his desk being torn apart by Jesse James Dupree.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured. So.
How did you happen to find your host, Mary?
Okay, so I was actually friends with her for a while. We met, I want to say it was like 2005, 6, somewhere around there. We met on LiveJournal, which I don't know if anyone remembers LiveJournal. It was basically like an emo Facebook. That's basically what LiveJournal was. And on LiveJournal, there's these like subgroups that you can join. And one of the groups I was in was a Mystery Science Theater 3000 group. And that was where I met Mary. And she always would post in there like these really funny like posts about MST3K. And I was like, she's really awesome. I want to, see if we'll be friends because we have MST3K in common. And she made all these really goofy jokes and I have a weird sense of humor. And so I, friended her on LiveJournal and she became my friend on there. And then there was a way to connect your live. God, this sounds so mid 2000s. There was a way to connect your LiveJournal to AOL Messenger, which was, I promised everybody out there, was huge at the time. AOL Messenger was the shit back in like 2007. Yes. It's like you either had AOL Messenger or you sucked. So everybody had AOL Messenger, and so I friended her on there, and so we started talking on there, and then it was kind of like our friendship is weird because we have stuff in common, but we don't have stuff in common. Like it's really weird because she's got really strong opinions about things, and a lot of the times they're like things that she don't like, and the stuff that she don't like is stuff that I enjoy. But like the difference is kind of like I can appreciate her point of view on these things, and and so I'm like, all right, I don't agree with you, but I can kind of get behind what you're saying, and that makes sense. It's a logical thing. And then she likes things that either I don't enjoy or I wouldn't enjoy or I've never heard of. And so sometimes she'll be like, hey, you should check this out. Like, for example, she had me watch Do the Right Thing, which I've never seen up until I met her. And she's like, this is like one of my favorite movies. You got to watch it. And so I was like, okay. So I watched it because of her, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. But she likes a lot of weird stuff. So anyway, sorry, that was a very long-winded origin story. So fast forward to about October of last year. Well, between those two time periods, LiveJournal is gone away, AOL's disappeared into the ether, and now Facebook is like the king of all social media. And so she joined Facebook. We became Facebook friends. We would talk every now and then on Facebook. And then I created Whatever. And when I created it, I tossed the idea around of either do I have a permanent co-host or do I just have guests every week? And so I started it with just having guests every week. And then I was enjoying that. Like I enjoyed having different guests each week. But then I was like, I'm going to run out of people that I know because I either don't know a lot of people or I don't know a lot of people who have patience for me. So I said, I got to get a co-host. So I unironically asked Mary to be a guest on a episode where we did a true crime podcast. Because what I wanted to do was I wanted to kind of like, since it was called Whatever and it was just about anything, I wanted to like every now and then have the podcast take the form of like a different genre podcast. So like I wanted to do like an advice podcast one week, do a true crime podcast another week. So that's kind of what I was doing. And Mary is like just as obsessed with true crime as I am. Like I'm gonna just say this. I love serial killers, man. Serial killers, they're rule. Go serial killers, woo!
I think that's all we have time for today.
No, seriously though. But we like true crime. We get fascinated. We get fast. What the fuck? My Facebook just changed in the middle of me talking, so it threw me the hell off. All right. So she came on the True Crime podcast, and I was enjoying our little back and forth that me and her were having. And so then I said to myself, she might make a good permanent co-host. So then I asked her, and she was like, I'm not super experienced on podcasts, but sure. And then I guess it was history after that.
So she didn't say, whatever.
Actually, no.
Okay, that would have been fun. No, but sure is a better answer.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, yeah, no, because she was just like, yeah, she literally said like, yeah, I'm not super experienced with podcasting. I'm not, she's not used to talking to people like, on the internet or whatever through a podcast, but she said she was willing to learn. And then I think she's actually gotten very comfortable with this since then. She's been like really awesome, and I'm very happy with the choice that I made, and we've been kicking ass ever since.
Nice. What episode are you up to now already?
We just recorded yesterday, episode 21. Which is what's on the Patreon right now. That's going to go up. Sorry. That's up right now as everyone's watching this. And then next week, we're doing episode 22, which is our There Will Be Blood episode. And by that, I mean the movie, not the killing.
Oh.
Thing like that. Yeah. And that was a weird thing to say right after I said I like serial killers, but.
Can I run a new theme song by you real quick?
Sure. I'm down.
Okay. I know this crime is true. I know this crime is true. Do, 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 do. I know this crime is true.
So is that for when we do the true crime episodes?
Yeah, and
Okay.
and one about blood.
Okay.
You'll just think about it, right?
I will definitely mull it over, yes.
All right, cool. There shouldn't be any kind of copyright problems or anything.
Nah, I don't even worry about that. We got fair use on our side.
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
What else? What other questions you got for me? What are hard-hitting journalism questions you got for me?
Well,
Come on, get that Pulitzer.
wait, what?
Pulitzer? You know, the award they give to...
Pulitzer. I thought you said that poll.
Oh, it must have cut me. Did it cut me off after I said Pulitzer?
I think so.
All right.
I just heard get that poll, and I'm like, what do you mean get that poll?
Well, get that pole. Come on. You know what it means. Don't act stupid.
Fishing pole or
I'll let you fill in that blank. That's going to be all you.
flagpole? That's the whole thing, yeah. I don't know. Oh, well, okay. It's kind of going back to something you said earlier about geese. I know I don't want to ruin your show, but I noticed I noticed you've been doing these videos, and it's not the whatever podcast, but it's on your whatever YouTube channel.
Yes.
And it's related, but it's not the show itself.
Right.
I've noticed that. And, well, mostly because you share them on Facebook.
Right.
And I'm subscribed to you on YouTube. But, in fact, I think I left a comment, I don't know if you saw it yet.
Well, maybe.
See, I feel like you got like some kind of conspiracy going on that you didn't want me to figure out, but I figured it out. Because you played this game with the goose simulator.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I went onto one of your other older YouTube channels.
Okay.
And I found a video from about 10 years ago, I think. And you were filming a goose being born.
Okay. That's all accurate so far.
Okay. Uh-huh. You see where this is going?
You got me, man. Oh my God. I'm so exposed. I can't believe you figured it out.
Uh-huh.
I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to have to change my name, actually move this time. Maybe I'll be a Mormon, move to Utah.
I propose to you, good sir, that goose that was born all them years ago is the same goose that you are torturing in your game on that video today.
I don't think I was torturing the goose. I was torturing the people.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, like I said, you got me. You figured me out. You did you did one of those undercover 2020 reports and figured that out.
I'm the real life man who knew too little.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay. Would you like to tell people about the side whatever projects, like the goose simulator and
Okay. All right. Yeah, so there's a YouTube channel. It's also called Whatever with Jason Soto. It's just me doing vlogs and playing video games because YouTube likes people who play video games. And so through a very complicated way, I found a way to play and record playing video games. But the problem is I'm not really great at video games. So I just went ahead and called it Jason Sucks at Video Games. Has that Goose Simulator game proved I really am terrible at video games. I actually got to record the second episode of that sometime soon. I have a game downloaded on my computer. I just haven't played it yet. But yeah, so I do that. I do vlogs. I just talk about random stuff. One of the ones I did was I called all these old like 800 numbers from back when we were kids, and weird shit happened. Like the weirdest one is the Unsolved Mysteries phone number. Like that was the strangest experience I've ever had in my life, because I did not think in a million years that was what's going to happen. At best, I thought it was going to be like a sex phone hotline thing, which one of the numbers I called ended up being a sex phone hotline. But no, this was weird. Like everyone will have to go check that out. I don't want to give away what happened, but it's really uncanny that the weirdest one happened to the Unsolved Mysteries phone number.
Do you have that number on you right now?
I don't. Well, you want me to call it on your show? I'll gladly call it on your show.
I'm sure I didn't even think of that, but I was going to say, if you give us the number.
When did I record that?
But I have called it, and I've heard it myself, and it is weird. Creepy.
I have it.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and call.
All right. Everyone brace yourselves. This is going to get weird.
But this doesn't mean that you still need to go watch the video.
Now being disconnected. I'm sorry, there's been a temporary problem processing your request.
I'm used to it by now, so it doesn't bother me anymore like it did back when I first discovered it. So I have my theories, and I know you don't want to hear any of these theories. You want to go with aliens, but I honestly have a theory. So I think somebody, let's just say it's a guy, let's just say some guy was a fan of Unsolved Mysteries, all right? And he went through some directory of how like to buy an 800 number from like back whenever. I think there was a way to do that. You can't take ownership of like phone numbers and stuff. I don't know how you do it. So this guy, I'm just saying this again, I'm assuming it's a guy, did this. He got the permission for the Unsolved Mysteries phone number. So then he was also like a prankster, and he's like, I got a funny idea for anyone who might be watching reruns of Unsolved Mysteries and they want to be like, what happens if I call the phone number? So I want to record a message and say, oh, this number has been disconnected. Sorry. And then he had like his wife or girlfriend or daughter or somebody come on and say, this number is out of service. Please try again. And then there's a pause. And then he took his phone and went up to his cat, who was like playing with catnip, and then recorded it, right? But then he found a way to slow down the audio because it just sounds like a fucking cat in slow motion. That's literally all I hear. Like, I admit, the very first time you hear that, it sounds creepy as hell. But when you hear it like 20 times, as I did, it just sounds like a cat. In fact, we're doing that one more time. We're doing it one more time.
All right.
I want you to listen to me. Tell me it does not sound like a cat.
Service on this number has been suspended.
So that's the guy who owns the phone.
I'm sorry, there's been a temporary problem processing your request.
That's the girlfriend. There's pause. I just hear a slow down cat. Like, clearly the audio has been slowed down. That's just because, and also I do a lot of video editing, so I know what stuff slowed down sounds like. And it just sounds like someone just recorded a cat for some reason and then just slowed it down. But we'll go with your thing and say it's aliens.
Okay, I never said alien. You putting words in my But we'll leave it at that, because if I say what I really do think it is, you'll wish that we stuck with the aliens.
I'd rather it be aliens.
So that's creepy and weird.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. I mean, again, I'm used to it by now, so.
I still recommend people go watch your video, even though you called it on here.
Yeah, because that was my initial reaction when I first heard that, and so my initial reaction to that was genuine. And then I called like a bunch of other different phone numbers as well, so you want to check that out as well.
And now, besides the whatever podcast and the YouTube channel, you have a Facebook page, right? Or Facebook.
Oh yeah, the movie club. Is that what you're getting around to?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Don't you have a Facebook whatever page?
Oh yes. Okay. Yes, I do. So there's a yeah, it's just facebook.com/whatever with Jason Soto. That's the official Facebook page, and I post memes.
I was gonna say you got videos you do on there too that aren't on YouTube.
True, they're like very short videos. Yeah.
Where it's a picture of you and you're listening to stuff.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, but yeah, that was one of the ones I did. Because there was this trend, and I actually, weirdly enough, since this whole thing with the lockdown happened, I haven't seen it recently, but there's this trend on Facebook of like people taking a video of someone dancing and then changing the music around it. So it looks like they're dancing to that song. So it'll be like, there's like this like aerobic team from the 80s doing like aerobics, but they're like doing it to like Disturbed's Down with the Sickness. And there's a bunch of other ones though that I've seen. And so I was just playing on that trend.
Nice.
But I haven't seen any of those videos in a while, actually. I'm wondering if that went away because now everyone's quarantined, so they're all bored, and so they're like making their own stuff. Because now Facebook stuff is like, post a picture of you when you were a senior in high school. What are your top 10 first jobs?
Yeah. And there's no toilet paper.
Actually, I went to the store today, and they had toilet paper.
Nice.
I think the panic is starting to die down because they actually had toilet paper, and I bought a pack. Just because I was so happy to find 2-ply toilet paper, because all they had for a while was the 1-ply, which sucks. So I got the 2-ply, which is the good stuff, and I was very happy.
You know Quick Mart over here, right? By my house?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've never been out of anything over there throughout this. But
it's interesting.
But, well, it's because they're so expensive and people still, you would think.
No, because if people desperately want something, they're going to pay whatever.
You would think, right? But they still they've had been in stock of everything.
Probably just no one thought to just go there. They probably were like, "Oh no, panic!
Yeah.
Go to Walmart, go to Meijer."
Strax, yeah. Jewel,
Yeah, if you're local to where, yes.
Aldi. Blah, blah, blah.
Did Aldi's actually run out of stuff?
I think probably, yeah.
I guess you would have to be really desperate to go to Aldi's.
No, now
It's like,
believe
I
it
went
or
to
not,
Walmart and they were out, so we gotta go to Aldi's.
no, believe it or not, nowadays all these people still think of it as it was like where you go, when you needed stuff and you couldn't afford to go to the other places. But now it's like they consider all these as like the most healthy choice, like even over Whole Foods. I think it's like is known as the most healthy place now.
We are in the weirdest timeline when Aldi's has now become like the top shelf grocery store. Like, like if someone did like a Back to the Future Part 2 like timeline, there's this part that like juts down and it's like Aldi's is now the #1 grocery store. It's like, what? Like, no, we got to get that book back from Biff. Something went wrong somewhere down the line. What the fuck is happening?
I mean, I always liked it anyway because it was
legit,
affordable.
like, their generic stuff was legit pretty good. For whatever reason, this is gonna sound weird. I mean, you don't eat steak, but their steak sauce was like the best steak sauce I ever had. And like when my grandparents would like grill out and they would make steaks, they would literally, I think, only go to Aldi's for like the steak sauce. And I know you don't understand because you don't eat steak, but anyone out there who eats steak with steak sauce, it was seriously the best steak sauce. It was better than A1, which is my personal favorite. But I don't know what it was about that steak sauce, but it was amazing. But that was the only thing I liked about Aldi's.
I stopped refusing to eat steak.
Okay, and you just don't eat it?
Well, that's awesome that you know that I don't eat it, but
I've known you for like 9,000 years. Yes, I know you don't eat steak.
But yeah, I'll eat it now. I didn't before. I didn't.
All right.
Because I never liked it when I tried it.
Well, you know what? This was like a segment I did on my podcast, so let's go ahead and bring it here. I literally spent 10 minutes talking about steaks and type of steaks you ate, so let's go ahead and just revisit that. What kind of steak do you like, or what did you eat?
Well, I know I've had filet mignon a few times and enjoyed it.
Oh, pardon the fuck out of me. Filet mignon. Holy shit. You've gone like 35 years without eating a steak, and then you just start at filet mignon. Holy shit. No wonder you like steak right now. Wow. You didn't start with the T-bone. You didn't go with the skirt steak. No, you went right to filet mignon. Wow. All right.
Oh,
I guess I would be a fan of steak too after not eating it for 35 years. If the first steak I had was filet mignon, yes, that totally makes sense. Wow. All right. I like it.
It hurts.
Did you try anything else? Did you try T-bone or New York strip?
I know I've tried prime rib.
Okay, that's good. Prime rib is awesome. It's excellent. Do you like it burnt or do you not like it burnt?
Why is this saying join?
What?
It's saying join meeting.
I don't know. I don't see that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I mean, everything's cool on my end. So.
Okay, cool. I must have accidentally set a reminder
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
So a prime rib. So your prime rib, do you like it burnt or do you like it regular?
No, see, that's the thing is that the reason I didn't like steak before is because every time I had it, it was like real chewy.
Okay,
I
that's
don't
fair.
I like it the same way I like burgers, like medium rare, like which is
But
gross to
I
a
will
lot of
say
people.
this: if it's done right,
Not for everybody.
burnt prime rib is actually really good. But you do also have to kind of like burnt things, which I know sounds weird, but
Well,
some cuts of meat, if you burn it right, like if it has the charred like look onto it, like it actually tastes awesome. But not everything tastes awesome burnt. I'm not saying go crazy and burn everything, but
right.
certain things, if you get it burnt, it tastes awesome.
Okay. I get what you're saying, yeah.
All right.
I like burnt breakfast sausages. That's one thing I like burnt
You know what?
sometimes.
I think I do too. Actually, I don't mind it if they burn it a little bit. It does actually taste pretty good.
Or even like super burnt. Like just all
Well, I
burnt up.
mean, I still want it to be some semblance of a sausage, but yeah, I wouldn't mind if it was a little charred at certain points.
Nah, just burnt to a crisp where it's just like
Just
there's nothing
disintegrates.
left. Yeah.
I gotcha.
So
At some point, me and you switched spots with hair because I used to have the shaved, kempt hair, and you had like the wild, sticking up hair, and now my hair like is just like all crazy, all up in the air, and then yours is all like slick back and nice and neat and low and everything, and now I got like the crazy ass shit going on here. This is from like not getting my hair cut in like 4 months. And what's
well,
funny was before all this happened, I said to myself, I kind of want to go a little while without getting my hair cut. I just kind of want to let it grow out a bit. But then I was eventually going to get it cut. And then it's like, oh, no, there's a pandemic. We have to close all the barbershops. So now I got to deal with this until we open back up. So right now, this is like what my hair does. It can just stick right up, which is really weird. I'm just going to keep it.
well, mine looked real similar to that, but before the show. And I was like, I want to have my SzanyMan Monday.
Oh, you want
back.
to be all prim and proper.
Yeah.
You want to look all fancy with your filet mignon and like,
The,
yeah, I get it. All right. Here I am talking about burnt steak and my hair sticking up and
for the return of my show, I would
drinking Coke. Yeah.
Not Pepsi, good sir. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, whatever, man.
Whatever, exactly. You know, the funny thing is now you're doing whatever, and
yeah,
you used to do something.
That's true. I really didn't even think about that. I really didn't think about that when I created that. I just thought of it.
So you went from doing something to whatever.
I'm moving up the ranks. Pretty soon there will be actual like word there instead of just a. The next show is just gonna be a shrug. It's just gonna be. And then there'll be just a question mark after that.
With Jason Soto.
With Jason Soto. Oh, hey, do you want to have a second guest on your show?
Yeah, sure.
Because somebody's here.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to make it quick because after that, I'm gonna premiere a music video.
Oh, Hi.
Oh, hey.
First time listener, long time sufferer.
Hey, Koki. I think I just talked to you on the quarantine show last week.
Yeah, you were on that asshole's show as well. Now I thought I'd just show up.
I haven't seen that yet. Have you seen it yet?
No, you'll have to ask Jason about that when he comes back. I'm sure
Okay.
he'll tell you about it. But if I remember correctly, this was like the show you had back on public access back in like 2005 or something.
Yes.
And didn't I make an appearance
Correct.
on that as well?
I believe you did, sir. I
So
believe you did.
so now you have me on again.
Yes.
Aren't you happy?
Oh, definitely. Oh, but I think I hear a knocking. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's kind of rude. I mean, you're the host of the show. Oh, whatever. All right.
Sorry about that. I went to look
That's
and see. I didn't see anybody. I don't know what that was about.
oh.
Oh, hello there, Cookie.
Hi. Who the hell are you?
You don't remember me?
I've been living with this idiot in Indianapolis for 11 years, so you'll probably have to refresh my memory.
Prepare to be memory refreshed. I am Mr. Jack.
Oh, you were like that guy who did like an open mic one night, but like no one can hear you.
Yes, everyone was very rude that night.
I remember I was in the audience, but I was hiding.
I was trying to ruin billszany's set, but it was already being ruined by people talking rudely over the show.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's how all open mics are like. I've gone to a few myself.
I see.
So,
That's
this is
the
just
deal.
now. This show has just now devolved into two inanimate objects talking to each other.
Very true.
So
Should we let the quote unquote humans talk again?
yeah, because I'm getting tired of doing this, so I'm gonna leave.
I hear you, man. I hear you. We need to hang out sometime post quarantine, man.
Probably not. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Walking down the step. Oh,
Koki wanted to say hi, so.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I did not expect Straight Jacket Jack to show up.
Wow, yeah, that was rather sudden.
Yeah, especially with Koki on. That was weird timing.
That was very weird timing, yeah. I 100% agree.
When I checked the door, I didn't see nobody, but it makes sense because he's pretty small and he's able to move around real quick.
Oh, you think he just like kind of snuck between your legs and then he just showed up?
Something like that, yeah.
I hear you.
I did feel like a weird breeze down there for a second.
Okay, that little too much information there. Oh, wait, Koki left me a note. He said to remind you about the video we did last week. So that's going to go up probably tomorrow. I just had to edit it because I didn't want to put everything in it. And then it just takes so damn long for stuff to load. But it's gonna go up probably tomorrow. You'll see it. It'll be up tomorrow.
I hope I didn't mess anything up there by mentioning it before it's up.
No, not at all. Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just a preview. We'll consider it a preview.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw him, I'm like, hey, we just talked.
He's probably gonna. Anytime we do a live thing like this, for now, he's probably gonna show up. So
Nice.
that's what happens when you have roommates.
Yeah, and he's bored.
Yeah, I mean, he was insufferable to begin with, and now he's got nothing to do. I told him he should take up like the bongos or something just to do something, but he's kind of resistant against that for some reason.
Speaking of roommates, about there used to be the show you did, Roommates, with you and Koki.
Wow, that's a deep cut. Yes.
Is that still on Daily Motion?
I have no idea. Although it was only on Daily Motion because YouTube wouldn't let me put it on there because I used that Queen song, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't put this on YouTube." So I had to put it on Daily Motion. Stupid YouTube.
Yeah, but you know what? YouTube's changed a lot since then. We should try again. Maybe now it was just.
I don't know.
Now
I feel like they're just as. I think they're even more strict, honestly.
I find like they used to take my stuff off right away, and now it seems like they'll just say, "You can't have this video monetized." Because
I've gotten that too. When I uploaded the early episodes of whatever on there, I kept getting that message because I would use Ben Folds 5, Battle of Who Could Care Less, as the theme song, and that was the reason why they were like, we can't monetize this. But but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on the band. I think like the more successful the band is, the more like YouTube's gonna be like resistant. Because for example, remember that video we did, like I did with all my other friends, called Burning Bad?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
So I used a Blue Oyster Cult song in the middle of that, and every time I would try to upload that, it kept being taken down because Blue Oyster Cult was like, hey, you can't use the song. So I had to do a re-edit on the video and literally take that song out, and everything was fine after that. Which sucks because it was like the crux of the video was the song, because it was "I'm Burning for You," and it was about burning DVDs, and so it was used during a montage of burning DVDs. But now I can't even use that song because friggin' YouTube and Blue Oyster Cult is like, nope.
Wow. So it's not up then right now?
It's on the Cinegamer channel, but I had to take out the Blue Oyster Cult song.
Okay. You didn't put it back up on any other site or anything?
I might, I mean, I already had it on. I already had it on 2 different YouTube channels. I don't know if I should make it a third.
Well,
so how long are you wanting the show to be? Because I think we've been going for like an hour. I mean, we can keep going. I'm just asking.
Well, it's funny you say that because I was just thinking. I think I got maybe 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna show a music video.
Okay.
And that'll probably be about it.
All right. Cool. I'm in. I'm down.
What were you gonna say earlier when I was asking about your whatever Facebook page, but you thought I was talking about a different Facebook page?
Oh yeah. So we started me and Mary, we started a movie club. Every month we're gonna have a new movie that we're gonna talk about at the end of the month. and we invite listeners to put in their 2 cents about the movie. Don't have to be like a super long, drawn out, like 5,000 word review or anything. Just like a couple of paragraphs about, hey, this movie was cool because of this, or this movie sucked because of this, or I refuse to watch this movie because of this, or this. But this month we're doing There Will Be Blood, as I think I've said before. And it was actually what we did was I had Mary picked 10 movies, and then I picked 10 movies, and then I threw all the movies into basically a hat, like how you draw stuff out of a hat. But there's a website. There's a website that's I forget what it's called, but it's like draw from a hat or something, where you put in like things onto this website, and then it'll randomly pick one of the things. So I did that for all of our movies, and the first one was There Will Be Blood, and that was Mary's pick. She picked it because it's one of her favorite movies, and I had never seen it. But I've always was curious about it because for a good chunk of my life, I only watched bad movies. Like I'll say professionally, like in my personal life, I would watch good movies, but then I would talk about bad movies. But then I gave that up because I kind of got tired of talking about bad movies. And so I missed out on a lot of good movies. So I never got to see There Will Be Blood. So I'm very curious in checking it out, and I'm very glad that was one of the first ones I got picked. But that said, I can't wait to get to the ones I picked because I think they're all awesome. I don't want to say what they are, but all of the ones I picked are really awesome.
Nice. All right. How do you find that?
It's just a subgroup of the Facebook page. So you can either go to facebook.com/whatever with Jason Soto. You'll see a thing that says whatever watches movie club. You can just click on that. That'll take you right to the page. Or the very long URL is facebook.com/groups/whatever watches. So you can join that, and if you've seen There Will Be Blood, you can leave your 2 cents there and be like, hey, There Will Be Blood was awesome because of this, and then we'll read all those things on the episode where we cover the movie. And the whole episode's not going to be about the movie. It's just going to be the last like 30 minutes of the episode will be about it. I don't want to do a very extensive episode about it.
Okay. Sounds good, man. I think I can't think of another question for you.
Okay. Well, bye then.
I thought I might have one more, but huh?
I said, well, bye then. Just gonna leave.
Oh, so Snorlax, what you been up to? I see. All righty then.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. You watched anything good this week?
Let's see. Yes and no. You know the movies Happy Death Day?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So there's two of them. There's a Happy Death Day and there's Happy Death Day to You. Now, when I saw the trailer for Happy Death Day, do you know what it's about?
Not really, no.
So it's a slasher movie, but imagine Groundhog Day as a slasher movie. It's about this girl. It's her birthday, but she keeps getting killed. But then after she gets killed, she wakes up on the same day. And so she has to figure out who the killer is. So it's kind of like a mystery, but it's also a slasher movie, and it's also more. It's like a dark comedy of sorts. So when I first saw the trailer, I was like, I am all in on that because that just sounds amazing. But I never got to see it in theater, and then it came out on DVD, and then I'm like, I can't see myself not liking this, so I bought it. And then because we've been locked down, I've had nothing else to do. I was like, I'm just gonna watch this finally. So I watched it, and I loved it. And I was like, this is amazing. This is an awesome movie, and I do highly recommend it. It's really funny. It's really dark. It's actually kind of a decent mystery. It does kind of keep you guessing a little bit. But I think I've seen so many like slasher movies that I was able to guess correctly who the killer was. And but it was still awesome, and I loved it. Then my question was, what's the sequel about? How do you make a sequel to this? Because this seems like a one-note movie. Like, it was a good movie, but how do you follow this up? So then I was looking on my Fire Stick, and Happy Death Day to You, the sequel, was on HBO, which I have. So I went and watched it, and it is terrible. It is awful. And clearly the people who made it did not know how to make a sequel to this. So they literally just was like, well, we're going to do this and hope people like it. And it was dumb. It was the stupidest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. And they they almost ruined the first movie. I still love the first movie, but Jesus, do they just ruin it with the second one? They never should have made a sequel because there's just no point to it. It is just so dumb. Like, man, it is stupid. Like, I can't. I'm mad now. not really. I'm not really mad, but it was just such a. Because I was like, what do you do for a sequel? And clearly you can't do a sequel to it. So they should have just not even have bothered. And that's with, the actors were trying. Like, I'll give the actors credit. They actually tried because they did, I thought, a decent job with what they were given. The script was just terrible. I mean, it was just... Okay, I'm going to say this to you. I don't want to completely ruin it. You know how Groundhog Day, you don't know why Bill Murray's repeating the day over and over again? And you assume it's just because he's a royal asshole and he has to learn his ways and then he becomes a good guy and then he stops repeating?
Yeah.
So imagine if they made a sequel to Groundhog Day where then some guy comes out and is like, oh, by the way, it's my fault that you're repeating the day over and over again. I invented a time machine, but the time machine got stuck. And for some reason, you're the only person who's reliving the day over and over again. Oh, I hit the button again. We got to do the first movie all over again. That's Happy Death Day to You. That's exactly what happens. It is so stupid. There's my free rant for you as well. You got another free rant. You got 2 free rants. And you got so scared you went off video. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you away.
Well, yeah, it was kind of scary.
So, all right, I'm done. There. Watch the first movie. Don't watch the second one. Or watch the first one again after you watch it and pretend you watched the second movie. That's my recommendation to you.
That's not a bad idea. How about as far as listening to stuff?
Like music or podcasts or what?
Yeah, anything.
Or
audiobook.
Podcast. Okay, well, there's a true crime podcast I like. It's called Small Town Murder. It's these 2 guys who I think are just comedians, and they talk about like basically what they try to do is they try to find murder cases that aren't well known. So they don't do like Jeffrey Dahmer or Son of Sam or whatever. They do like these like small town like murders that happen in like suburbia Nebraska or something. And then what they'll do is they will talk about this like tiny town, and then talk about like they'll basically make fun of the town because they'll go to like the town's website and they'll be like, there's this town in Idaho where they dress like potatoes for like 24 hours and they dance around the town square, and they make fun of the town. And then it's like, okay, now we're going to talk about this guy named Dave who went on a serial killing spree for like 4 days in like 1997. And they'll talk about that. But they do it in like the most fascinating way. And I do recommend that if you like true crime. If you don't like crime, which I don't blame you, you just want just pure comedy, go check out My Brother and Me. There's 3 guys who are brothers, and they're just hilarious. They just do funny stuff for like an hour, and if you just want like pure just hilarity, just go check them out. So those are the podcasts I've been listening to.
Nice. All right. Well, I hope everyone at home caught that, and you guys check it out. And this is kind of weird, but I have a recommendation, but I haven't even listened to it.
Okay.
I know that's strange. Do you like Scrubs?
The TV show or
Not-
the TLC song?
No, not the TLC. And not the attire.
Oh, okay.
The TV show.
You know what? I did, but for some reason I never watched it. I don't know why. Like I did like it. Like I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it. I just never like watched it after the first season. I watched the first season, and then next thing I knew, it was on like season 12, and it was on a different network, and then it went off the air, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, towards the end, the main character left.
Yeah, I heard it got weird, but yeah, I just never watched it. But I have no reason. I just forgot. I guess I just never watched it. But but I liked the first season.
Well, I've been hearing on the radio, the actual radio, like when I go on my dad's pickup truck. I keep hearing this commercial, and it's about the guys from Scrubs have a podcast. The 2 main original main.
Zach
JD
Braff and Donald Faison.
Yep, JD and Turk. I think it's called Fake Doctors, Real Friends.
Okay. I like that. That's good. That's cool. I like that.
Right. That's why I was like, just the title alone makes you want to check it out.
It's definitely a better name than whatever. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I don't know. I like whatever. I like something and I like whatever. But I like their title too.
I'll go ahead.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, even though I haven't heard that, I think everyone should check it out. I know I'm gonna.
I don't know how. I know you said you want to go to a music video, but can I quickly tell the story about why I suggested we call our show something? Because I don't know if you remember.
I do remember. Well, if it's what I think you're gonna say, then I remember.
So, okay. I don't remember the exact very beginning of it, but at some point, me and you were like, we need to do a sketch show for public access. And then we were trying to think of a name for it. Now, my weird sense of humor came out, and I was like, let's not call it anything. Let's not give it a name. let's just do a thing for 30 minutes on TV, and then it just ends, no credits, just two guys doing sketch comedy for 30 minutes with no title, no credits, no nothing, and then it just ends, and then that's the whole thing. And then you said, I like it. And then one of us, I don't remember who, said, but when we're talking about the show, we need to give it a code name. So when we're talking about it, we can say we're talking about the show. So I just said, we'll just say something. It's like, what do you got for something? Like, what sketch did you think about for something? And I was like, I did not mean for that to be the actual name of the show. I just wanted it to be a code name. And I literally wanted the show to not have a name. I just wanted it just to be a thing that happened for 30 minutes on a block of time on public access. And then people who were watching it would be like, what the hell is this? And then there'd be no name for it. And it'd be hilarious because they wouldn't know what the hell it was. So they might have to call public access and be like, what was that show that came on at 5:30? And they'd be like, I don't know. And that would be the end of it. But then somewhere along the line, it became the actual name of the show. And we just started calling it something. And then that's where something for the internet came in. And then I was like, all right, well, just roll with it.
Well, but what happened was when public access was ending, we were like, I guess we're gonna have to go all the way with YouTube and pursue trying to be YouTube stars.
Yeah.
And like, okay, something, but for the internet.
Yeah. And then we
Yeah.
just ended up just calling it that.
Yeah, that's I remember all that.
But like for real, in all honesty, the show does not have a name. Like I think I even want to say my version of the YouTube channel doesn't even have a name. We just call it something, and we just call it something for the internet. But it ended up just being called something for the internet, which, you know, again, I'm fine with. But in my mind, there's no name for it.
Wait. for the
In
whole
my
entire
mind, just in my mind, there's no name for it. For your sake and for everyone else's sake, there's a name for it, and it's called something for the internet. But to me, there's no name for it.
But are you talking about just the show? Or are you talking about the whole thing? The whole
thing. The show, the YouTube channel, like everything. None of that has a name. It's just us doing weird shit for however long, and that's it. And there's no name to it, and people wouldn't know how to look it up. They'll be like, two goofy-looking guys from Indiana who do sketches? Like, no name would come up. But then I know, like, technically you have to name something. So you can't just have a no-name thing. So we had to call it something. So that's the inside joke, is that it's called something for the internet.
Yeah.
Which again, you know, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I get it. Just to me, in the back of my mind, it'll always not have a name. It'll just be these videos we just do, and we put them up, and then it's there. So that's just me. That's all in my mind. That's all me. I don't expect anyone else to follow along with that. I'm perfectly okay with it.
Although that's a brilliant idea and it's funny, but like you said, for people to be able to look it up and stuff.
I know, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Something for the internet is what they gotta look for.
Yeah, exactly. So and again, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah. And then, well, we kind of had a second unofficial name too.
What?
The name of the original channel, which still has a handful of videos on it too.
You have to refresh my memory because we've done so much.
Zany and Soto.
Oh yeah. That's right. God
That's
damn,
kind of like.
we've done too much. Ah. How are people not sick of us? Like, I don't understand how we can do stuff still and not have people like riot and throw things at us and be like, just stop making things, just stop.
Don't be so sure that people aren't sick of us. and that they're not on the verge of doing just that.
You got a point. I was even scared to start. I was actually scared to start whatever because it would have technically been my third podcast. Actually, fourth. It would have been my fourth podcast. And I felt like people would have been like, oh, come on.
Nah, well, you can't look at things like that. If people, there's obviously we both have people that follow us and enjoy our stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
yeah, they people, when you got followers, they're gonna watch or listen to whatever you do, even if we have our doubts, they're still gonna want to watch it or see it or listen, whatever.
I guess I'm just afraid of being Ryan Seacrest because he's like everywhere. He's got American Idol. He does the whatever with Kelly Ripa. He's got a radio show. I think he's got a podcast. He does the New Year's Eve thing that Dick Clark used to do. I'm just like scared that like I'm gonna be like him and people are gonna get tired of me.
Now, not to bash him.
Ryan Seacrest.
Not to bash him. I mean, he seems like a really nice guy, and I think he's a good host and stuff. But he's not funny. See, that's the difference. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I think me and you are both way. We're pretty funny people.
I say we are funnier than Ryan Seacrest. I will agree to that. In like the long line of celebrities, I think we're a little above Ryan Seacrest when it comes to humor.
If there's
I think we're like,
I
think we're above Ryan Seacrest, and I think we're below like Monica Lewinsky. I think Monica Lewinsky is funnier than us. We have to kind of get above her level for us to get anywhere.
I wouldn't mind being above her or below her.
You know who's actually really surprisingly funny? I follow him on Twitter, and he is surprisingly hilarious. That's James Blunt. You know who James Blunt is?
Oh, yeah, I like his music.
He's fucking hilarious. Because people keep giving him shit all the time for the song, and then he just, like, lets them have it. And, like, he will attack people. Like, he'd be like, I don't know, like, I can't think of an example, but he'd be like, yeah, well, at least my song is able to get your mom wet or something. And it'd be like, holy shit, James Blunt, dang.
Wow.
He's hilarious. So we're like 5 notches below James Blunt. We got to work hard to get.
Hey, but if there's one thing for certain, we're funnier than Ryan Seacrest.
We're funnier than Ryan Seacrest. You're going to have to name the episode of this Funnier Than Ryan Seacrest.
That's a good idea. You know, I can name at least one more person that we're funnier than.
Who?
Although I had this imaginary, like, thing where we were, like, enemies with him in my head. Back when we did our first show, Jason Soto show, I felt like we were rivals.
David Letterman?
No, not David Letterman.
Because we had a late night talk show, and he had a late night talk show.
No. Carson Daly.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely funnier than Carson Daly.
He's another. Him and Ryan Seacrest. They're cool people, but they're just hosts. They're just there to like
Let's
Ed
see.
Sullivan. Like he was just there to present people and stuff and talk. You know, he wasn't. Ed
I'm actually
Sullivan
gonna
was not
say
funny.
I'm gonna say Ryan Seacrest is funnier than Carson Daly, but we're funnier than Ryan Seacrest. Because
Nope.
Ryan Seacrest does talk shows and he actually says some funny things. But when Carson Daly goes on talk shows, I don't really laugh at anything he says. So I find Ryan Seacrest funnier than Carson Daly, but I think we're funnier than Ryan Seacrest. So I think that's the hierarchy of that.
They're both way too serious.
I'm not denying that now.
And
they
I
both
think,
host New Year's countdown too. That's really weird. That's the secret. We cannot host a New Year's Eve countdown because we will not be funny.
That's a good point.
Because all the people that host the New Year's countdowns aren't funny. Like Anderson Cooper, he's a cool guy, but he's not funny.
You know, we probably could have hosted one on public access. We should have.
I wonder if we could have.
That would have been interesting.
That would have been funny. I wonder if they would have let us.
I'm actually thinking of see if I could try and get Rob on my show soon. So I'm gonna ask him if he comes on. If that would have been a possibility.
Man.
Although I think I'll be depressed if we find out we could have done that and we didn't.
You would have been like, yeah, I don't care. Whatever. Here, get in the studio. I don't care. Don't break anything.
Oh, man.
Man, now I kind of wonder now. I wonder, what would we have done, though? Like, man, we would have worked on it. We would have had plans and...
Yeah.
Because for some reason, the first thing I'm thinking of is we could have like did like a pre-recorded bit where we went to downtown Hammond and pretend we were there for like the countdown and just point at a building and be like, "Don't you see the thing up there that's counting down? That's gonna go down at midnight. We're gonna keep an eye on it." And it just comes back to us in the studio where we're like, "We'll go back to downtown Hammond in a minute." And then like there's random people just milling about downtown Hammond, and we'll be like, "Aren't you excited for the ball dropping here?" And I'll be like, "What?
That's right. My balls will be dropping real soon."
I didn't say we were interviewing the homeless people that live down there. We're just interviewing a random person.
I'm here in front of the famous fountain in downtown Hammond, and I'm interviewing. I don't know. Oh,
anywho.
I think we're funnier than Tom Bergeron too.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose so. I've only seen him on the America's Funniest Home Videos, so I can't really say. I don't even know what he did before. I think he was just a guy that just like showed up for a job interview, and they were just like, "Yeah, make this guy the host of America's Funniest Home Videos," and just put him on.
No,
like, I don't know what he did before that.
He's like a host on a bunch of stuff too. Like
yeah, now, but back then, what the hell did he do before that?
Well, he's the Dancing with the Stars host.
Yeah,
too.
Now that was after America's Funniest Home Videos. What did he do before America's Funniest Home Videos? That's my point.
He was probably like behind the scenes. I'm guessing. I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, it was just some guy walking down the street, and they needed a host, and they're like, "Hey, you want to host America's Funniest Home Videos?" And he's like, "Okay." And then they just put him in front of a camera, and it's like, "Hey, do sound effects over this guy getting his nuts kicked in or something."
I feel like they needed him to like take over. They needed him to be around because not just America's Funniest Home Videos, but in general, like he filled the shoes of Bob Saget and Alan Thicke too. even though Alan Thicke wasn't on America's Funniest Home Video, I feel like he's that same type of guy like Alan Thicke. Like,
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
see what I'm saying? Like, with them two not constantly on basic television anymore, they needed someone else similar, and he was the answer, I think.
I guess.
But like you said, where did he come from? I don't know.
Exactly.
I have to do a IMDb search and see if he just came out of nowhere like that or what.
Possibly.
Oh, it has been fun, man.
I agree. This was awesome. I enjoy doing this.
And thank you.
No, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
It has been an awesome return.
I agree.
And an awesome 18th episode.
Yes, this is the 18th episode extravaganza. Not everybody gets to celebrate an 18th episode, but God damn it, here we're going to celebrate an 18th episode.
That's right. And it's the first episode in many years, and it's the first episode of the long-awaited season 3. I mean, season 4.
Yeah. Well, you said 3. Wait a minute. Wait. You said 3 earlier. So what is it, 3 or 4?
Did I say 3 earlier?
You said 3 earlier.
I messed up twice. This is season 4.
Okay. Well, hey, you retroactively fixed it. So.
Yes, and eventually I'm gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a VHS to DVD recorder. I'm gonna record all our old public access stuff onto DVD, and I'm gonna get it onto the internet, and then eventually I'll have all the seasons online and stuff for people. But
right.
as of right now, season 3. That's how I know it's season 4 right now starting, because I have season 3 available on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
Yes. And it consists of 3 episodes.
Okay.
And I, just to be stupid, I might make this one 4 episodes.
Okay. All right. That sounds cool.
And and another way you could see those, I posted the YouTube link on the I made a Facebook SzanyMan Monday page yesterday, and you and everyone at home could check that out, and you can go to the link, the playlist on there too.
Absolutely.
All right. You, as always, are an excellent guest, sir.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I very much enjoyed it.
You are very welcome. Well, I feel I had to return the favor because I had an excellent time on, well, 2 of your shows now this year. I've had an excellent time on.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm very glad to hear that.
So, I say you can tune in with the audience and with myself now as we watch this upcoming music video.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's watch, shall we?
This is coming up here. This is Hot Dogs Half Off, and the song is called Shampoo. And I hope everyone enjoys it.
That old chestnut.
You still there?
I am here. You turned your camera off.
I guess I'll have to edit this. I guess I'm still recording, but not the audio. I mean, not the video.
Correct. Are you actually done? I can stop the recording.
Yeah.
I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, in my eyes, in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes. Yeah, yeah, I got shampoo in my eyes. Come on. Taking a shower, just washing my hair when all of a sudden, yeah, I was taking a shower, just washing my hair when all of a sudden, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, in my eyes, oh, in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, yeah, yeah, I got shampoo in my eyes, come on. Well, my eyes were burning badly. I could barely see. But at least the soap didn't go down there, or it would stink to pee. So I tried to feel around and get a grip, but my foot caught the soap and I started to slip. I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, oh in my eyes, oh in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, yeah, yeah, I got shampoo in my eyes, bitch. In my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, in my eyes, in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes, I got shampoo in my eyes. Yeah, I got shampoo.